I already know how this video is gonna be called. It's gonna be called Building Resentment is a Process. And by the way, I will be also ironing stuff for the kids. So here's what my thoughts are for the day. When you get to know somebody and you spend time with them, you grow to either like them or dislike them, or first like them then dislike them, or you make efforts to make it work between you, right? Yesterday I talked about it in the video called Partners. So the general rule of partnership is both sides do things that may work and benefit them in different ways. And to be a partner, that doesn't mean that you're perfect. Partnership is a gradual process, and it's based on, or the foundation of that is called trust. Well, that little element starts fading away after many incidents, maybe insignificant for the person who is performing them, but very painful and heartbreaking for the other partner. Then that little segment called trust starts to disappear. And when it fades away, out of a sudden, the partnership becomes this hypocritic, very shallow relationship where the two parties are making sure everybody is okay so that life can continue on daily basis. And this is exactly the relationship I'm in right now. And trust me, 5 kids keep you very busy about it, with that. So I mean, just having them in the picture is...
Where's Kyle?
He's in the toilet. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. Can you close the door, please? So yeah, this is something that is very, I believe, very popular. Lots of people go through that, but nobody really talks about it, or I haven't really come across with people, or I would say ladies in the country I'm living currently who are struggling with that, because people just don't talk here. People just work, and they don't really have like real relationships with people. I don't know about the natives, the here people. I think they're pretty. You could have tight friends here too if you're Japanese. That's no problem. You could, but I'm not gonna go there today. It's completely a different topic.
Where's the house?
I need some few minutes by myself, please. Is that okay? Thank you. Go play with the babies upstairs, please. So so resentment, right? Resentment is something that you build towards a person or a party or a place, if you will, based on experiences and little incidents here and there, which left negative impact on you and in your well-being. And with that said, I will give you a few facts, and you can judge, or you can see where it come from. Be careful and close the screen door, please. Close the screen door, please. I have to deal with babies as well as everything else. So here is I'll start from far, okay? And this is what I think about it. It's a process. Just keep that in mind. It's a process. when we were first, what do you need? Gaga is fine. Gaga is totally fine. Sorry. So sorry about that. There are people coming in and out. There's no privacy in this house. Even if you want to have privacy, you cannot really have privacy. Gaga, can you close the door, please? Thank you. If you don't close it, I will, okay? Thank you. Thank you for trying hard, sweetheart. So here is the thing. Tell me if you feel completely fine with the facts that I'm gonna point out. If you would in my shoes, if you would feel completely fine, okay? And then there is facts to back it up. The reasons why that certain person is acting the way he is. So we start our English school upstairs in the rooms, and to have some kind of income because he was working part-time somewhere around here, and the babies were coming one after another, and it was a joke. So we were heavily relying on his parents to live, to survive, to make it from month to month, from paycheck to paycheck. And so here we come with the idea that an American family who lived in a distant city where we go to church set up an idea for us, or helped us understand the process of making an English school here in our home. And I do remember the lady saying, they're long gone now, they're back in the States, but I remember her saying, you know, it's good, you can make money like that, but forget about your privacy. And I don't remember anything else I said, but I remember that. Because let me tell you guys, I'm not a person who is a social butterfly. I can be in a certain environment, like an event, a party or something, but then after that I want to go back home where it's quiet, and so I can just reflect, relax, and just be with my family. Well, the person I married is obviously a completely the opposite thing. So he is very much okay to have as many people as he can available around him to talk, to exchange information, to social butterflying. So you come to get to understand that as you keep living with a person like that. And you don't know the motives, but you just start understanding that maybe that's how he's brought up, because maybe that's how it was in his house. And so yeah, I noticed that, you know, well, there was a lady, well, there are many ladies actually who brought their children here for English classes, and as much as I try to connect with them, it wouldn't be like a conversation that is like an exchange information, or like life things, kind of like expressing feelings and concerns. It wouldn't be like that. On the other side, there would be those moms will be completely feeling comfortable sharing their struggles with their kids or whatever with him, with the husband, because he's the native, and he would talk to them, and he would listen to them, and he would be like laughing, and he's just enjoying it. Like, people need his advice. That's just, oh my gosh, I'm dying for that. I cannot live without that. And so there was this particular one I remember. She has really cool kids, but I was like, well, she just feels way too comfortable here. And you know, after classes they talk a lot. And so I was like, I expressed my concern, and he was like, oh, I'm flattered that you were kind of jealous, but it's okay. When we were kids, we used to get together here at home, and well, in the other house where his parents live, and do homework together and whatever. I'm flattered, but it's nothing. Don't worry. She has her husband and family, and I do too. So no, don't worry. And so, but you see, like, red flag. The attitude, and then I see pretty much everybody who comes to his English school to bring their kids are, well, sometimes I see grandmas and grandpas, and very rarely dads, but mainly the mothers are here. And so sometimes they love to talk to the poor guy, the teacher who is struggling with, he probably has hard time with their rascals, or they talk about the progress of their rascals. Sometimes some people, I remember this one time, I don't know who she was and where the heck she came from, but I remember this very sassy older lady, very like stylishly clothed, and talking with him for a while outside. And honestly, I was just passing by because I had laundry I had to put in the front. I have multiple laundry places where I hang my things. So I just passed by, and she just looked at me like, oh, and I think I was with one of the twins, or both of the twins, or I don't remember, but they were small babies, or there was a reason why I went out, but I had no idea they were there. And so she kind of like ticked, kind of like and then she just left quickly, but she left some kind of gift or whatever, some pearly candies or whatever. I don't remember, but it's just things like that. Maybe it's nothing, you guys. Maybe it's just pure business or exchanging business information. I have no idea. Nobody tells you, okay? You have no idea what's going on. And so to me, those are like situations where I am very uncomfortable, and I am left out of the like, I have no idea what's going on. And so so that's that. And let's jump to the current employee. Okay, let's we talked on Skype one time because he made me, because he wanted to know my opinion about her and stuff like that, as if my opinion has any value at all. So I was just talking to her about, like, and I was very, very, very pregnant with the twins, and she was telling me how she likes to cook for her husband and stuff like that. And I don't know, I don't remember, that's all I remember, actually. Kaliachi, you can open the door, Bebka. You can open the door, Bebka. Hey, Mama is here. Hi, Mama is here. You can open. Come. Oh, okay. You're angry. Okay. And so, yeah. So I don't really put like any thought or like conversation done. Fine. I'm done. And so then I just keep up with my life. But she's a future employee. They have to talk, I don't know how many times, and there's a paperwork that has to be done. Then she was going through her divorce, and then there was the pandemic. So in all that time, this patient guy that had absolutely no other options in the world, there's no other lady in the world or a guy that can go in his school, she was the chosen one. So they had to wait patiently for visas, and when Japan opens, for foreigners to come to work here and all that. And so yeah, and on the top of that, when you get your employee in Japan, if you want to be helpful, usually you just give them an instruction, like my brother-in-law, when my sister's husband, when I went to driving school in Tokyo, he took the time to print out for me very specific steps as to which train to catch, how to get to the station or the subway, like, which is down, down, down. In Tokyo is crazy. And so I was very grateful because I followed the papers like a tourist. I was like with the paper reading the signs and then just making sure I'm on the right track, because there's right and left, and if you have to go to underneath and go to the next, it was just crazy. But I was grateful, but I did it. Nobody came to walk with me. Nobody came to pick me up from the school to home and from home to school. And so I was able, because it was in English. It was really nice. But no, this guy, this social butterfly that I'm married to, he has to go to Osaka and to the international airport, and he has to pick her up on January 2nd. And so and also, not only that, but you know, it was pandemic. It was like in the middle of it. And it was scary. I was scared for you know, forget if she brings it, but if, you know, like, she comes here and she will be teaching kids. So she was teaching the first year online or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't really care because nobody tells anything anyways. And so he picks her up and he goes with his friend, who his best friend here, one of the two that are around here, still single guys. And he goes there to pick her up, and then I stop at Costco. I'm like, Costco, right after the airport, Costco. Like, this is like, you know, if there is a chance somebody get bugged up. What happened, baby? You know, Costco is the best place to spread it, right? Or, you know, or just get it from there. You know, the possibilities are just limitless. And so I'm here, sweetheart. Mommy's here. And so yeah, that was like, wow. Yeah, we do that for other people too, you know. We just pick them up from the airports, and we just take them into the family as if they are part of it, because that's what the Savior does, right? So it will be just totally fine with me if it was like, say, a guy, or if it was like a married lady whose family is joining later or something like that. But a little bit uncomfortable feeling. But that's not the end of the story, guys. That continues. His mother takes her under her wing, and that's her new daughter now, since everybody else is gone from the house. And you know, poor girl, she doesn't know anything about Japan. She doesn't know the language. She knows a bunch of other languages, but you know, we have to take her to the city hall to register her in the city and get her insurance card and blah 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 blah. So let's do that. He will go and do that with her. He will take her there, because that's a must. You have to take your employee there. And so that's okay, that's good. And then it clicked my mind, oh my gosh, every time when we go there or somewhere there after that, and he came home after lunch. So I was like, did you guys go to eat lunch after that in our favorite udon place? Like, that's where my kids grew up. And so he was like, yeah. I was like, so were your mom and dad there too? He was like, no. I'm like, oh wow. He's like, I'm like that's awkward, isn't it? He's like, right. I'm like, okay, another humongous red flag right there. I don't care about her. I don't care if he wants to sleep with her or marry her or whatever. I don't give a crap about it. It's just how he does it in such a bold way, as the best self-righteous, wonderful Christian, because he's so helpful and so wonderful. And let me tell you guys something. there were a few more occasions where the car will come back here because she had to take a driving test. He got a moped from the company, the school, so she could use it, and maybe the future employee too. Everything is planned because she cannot walk from her house where she rents to here. And you know, it's his business. It's part of who he is to help the employee get her own transportation, as well as a driving license, set up stuff, and so forth. And there were a few other occasions where I'll be outside with the babies in the front garden, and then the car will come back, and she will be there inside too. And very pleasant feeling. I'm telling you, it just feels so great inside of my heart. I just want to hug them and kiss them. I love to be sarcastic anyways. So that's that. And so I remember my mother-in-law saying to me before that, you know, when her husband, or the dad of this guy I married, was a church leader in Japan, you know, he's a convert to the church. And so he was in positions of you know, branch president, stake president, what do you call it, district, whatever. He was like in various positions where he has to go visit people a lot. And then which is fine, right? And then she told me that he numerous times went to visit sisters in church who are single. And I was like, well, is that okay? Because, you know, back home, I remember in church, like, the rule is like the male missionaries cannot really go and teach a single lady without say a member, like another male member with them, or another female member that is who is a member of the church. Like, there has to be like honesty and no wrong feelings developing, and, you know, like things like that, just in case, because I guess in the past that has happened. And so I know that rule, and I was like, well, wasn't he supposed to, like, was he alone? She's like, yeah, most of the time he was alone. And I was like, well, is that okay? She's like, well, it's not okay, but... And I was like, I was about to ask her, like, how did you do that? That's just like embarrassing. It's like, how can you trust that guy? And so, but I guess she was okay with that. I guess that's, you know, you learn a lot about Japan and Japanese people. But so if that's what his father was doing, it makes complete sense for me that he would be doing the same thing, and it will be totally okay. Well, guess what? His wife, or me, I am not Japanese, and I am not okay with people walking and stomping over me, and being so helpful to single ladies and things like that. Because, to be honest with you, where I come from, or in the Western world, people are not okay with that. It makes you feel really uneasy and uncomfortable. And if that happens multiple times, especially with the same person, you're starting to question that, you start having your doubts, and your trust vanishes. That's how it is. And so I'm to the point where I'm actually disgusted. I don't want to be in the same room right now with that person. And the reason why is because this morning, it's a Sunday morning, it's a fast Sunday today. And they started the regular church meetings again from November. So this is the first Sunday of November, usually fast Sunday. But anyway, so that doesn't matter really. But what my point is, we stayed with the babies because they're medicated. They have medicine to take. And two of the boys, one is still on medicine, the other one was not feeling good last night, so he's probably running the same stuff like his siblings. And there was a baptism this morning too, so he had to leave a little bit early. So he was like, okay, I'll live with my dad, because his mother's in Hawaii now taking care of her grandson there. And And so he said he's gonna go with one of the boys here that is still not sick, and his dad. That's what he said. Okay, he's gonna go to church with his son and with his father. Okay, and then I was pulling the you know the curtains around the house, and I noticed outside that the employee, the single lady, her motorcycle, her moped is outside there. And I was like, oh, it's very easy to connect the dots. She's with them too in the car, because she is part of the family, right? We're very, very Christian people, and we do not care about wife's feelings or the fact that she has to stay home with the sick kids. You know, that doesn't really matter. Not anymore. Who cares, right? Life is great. So okay, baby girl. So I'm gonna finish up, you guys, this video, because babies need attention. But yeah, I'm to the point where as fast as I can, as possible as I can, I'm packing up my stuff and I'm leaving for good, because a person like that, so blind to see how much he hurts others around him, and so blind to see that his wife is building so much resentment and still wondering why, because he's so great, he's doing so much goodness, what the heck is wrong with her? I'm sorry, I cannot stand that. I really can't. It's just mind-blowing to this point of how bold and how nasty he can be and not be able to see it. That's just wow to me. Anyways, my baby's having runny nose, so I have to wipe it, and I have to finish this mountain of clothes to get ready for tomorrow. So that will be it, guys. I'll see you later.